Alright, so I know a lot of you just got really excited to see this video in your subscription box. Welcome to my ultra late May hits and misses. I know it's almost time for June hits and misses, but this is technically my second time filming this thanks to Miss Evie back there. So I don't have a ton of stuff for May or June actually because I've been kind of busy, and if I've got a lot of things to do or a lot of places to go, I don't normally like to try a ton of new products just in case I have a bad reaction to it. Plus, as I've mentioned in a lot of other videos, I've been focusing more on fashion more than makeup because I feel like I've got so much makeup. Plus, with all of the nice weather, I've been really into, you know, outfits and stuff like that. So, I'm going to start off with the things that I like first, and then I've only got a couple things that I didn't like this month, so I'm actually going to separate it out, which normally I don't do because it's usually pros and cons to all the items, but I pretty much like everything this month, and then a couple of the things that I don't like, I just really don't like. So that might be a little bit easier for you. I'm going to start off with some lipsticks. These are the Maybelline Color Sensational lipsticks from the Porcelain line, which is limited edition, and there are 6 colors total to the line. I've tried 5 out of the 6. The last one I didn't try was a really dark purple, but 2 of them I had to return because they looked really awful on me. So the ones I returned are Porcelain Pink and Smooth Taupe, just really bad colors for me. They looked white and just not very good, but the colors that I have that I do like are Nude Nuances, Afternoon Tea, and Flawless Fuchsia. So my favorite out of the 3 would probably be the Nude Nuances. I always love the Maybelline Color Sensational lipsticks, but these have to be my favorite. They're all cream finishes, so no shimmer or anything like that, and the packaging is actually really nice on these. It's almost like a rubberized feel, and I think the color is really pretty. Not that it really matters that much, but I do like it. So Nude Nuances is a really popular color. It's the pinky nude out of the bunch, and I've heard a lot of people compare this to MAC Hue, MAC Myth, and also MAC Innocence Beware. They're saying that these are, or this is a dupe of those colors, and I would have to disagree. For me, a dupe is something that is pretty spot on, almost identical, and to me this is not that. It is a pinky nude, but like MAC Myth I can't wear on its own, but this I can. MAC Innocence Beware and MAC Hue are both kind of different finishes. I think maybe if you had blended them all together, then I could see how it would be comparable, but really on its own I don't really feel like it is. So I like this color quite a bit. I would say the only thing that you would want to be careful with this color is that if your lips are chapped at all, or if you have any peeling or anything like that, it is going to accentuate it like crazy. Luckily it's a pretty quick fix though. All you have to do is throw on a lip gloss and it usually smooths it right out. But this one might be a little bit more difficult to wear. Obviously if you're darker than me, it's going to be difficult to wear because it is a lighter color, but I do think it looks nice and I like it quite a bit. The next color I'm going to talk to you about is Afternoon Tea, and that's what I have on my lips right now. This is a really nice darker nude. I don't use this color quite as often because it's almost a little bit dark for my normal everyday life, but it looks really pretty for filming and for pictures because it's got a little bit of depth to it. It's not so stark concealer white. I'll give you a swatch of it here. So that's what it looks like. It's kind of comparable to L'Oreal's Sultry Raven's Pout, so if you missed out on that lipstick, I wouldn't say that they're dupes of one another because I don't think they're exact, but they are close enough where if you miss out on that color and wanted to try something similar, that I would say that they are similar. So that's what they look like side by side, and I'll do a swatch of this one too so you can see. This is a little bit darker than Sultry Raven's Pout. This is Sultry Raven's Pout right here, and this is the Afternoon Tea, but they are similar enough where they kind of give the same effect on the lips. So I really like that one. And then the last one I wanted to show you is Flawless Fuchsia. And this one to me is very close to another MAC lipstick that was limited edition. So this just looks like this, and it's kind of the brighter purple, but it actually looks very nice on. And the color that I feel like this is similar to, but not exact, is Budding Love, which was limited edition and sold out super quickly. As you can see, they're not exact dupes, but this is the closest that I've come to in any lipstick, whether it be drugstore or department store, to this particular color. So let me try and find a place where I can swatch it. So this is MAC's Budding Love right here, and then I'll do a swatch of the Flawless Fuchsia. So again, they're not exact, but this is the closest that I could find to that type of color. So the next products I want to show you are from the MAC Hey Sailor collection. I only picked up 2 things from that collection. I wasn't really planning on getting anything, but I like the 2 things that I got. So I picked up a blush, and this is in the color Launch Away. And originally when I saw this, it looked so pale. It's almost like a really pale, almost white peach, and I was like, oh no, there's no way that that's going to show up on my skin. It must be for like super fair people. But I swatched it on my hand, and it actually showed up a lot brighter than what I had expected. So I did pick this up, and I really like this. I've been wearing this in a lot of my more recent YouTube videos. I'll try and link some of them in the info box below. That way you can see what it looks like on, and I feel like I'm decently tan. I'm not super dark, but I'm not really fair either. I would say if you're darker, I would be careful because it could get a little powdery looking since it is really light, but I wouldn't be afraid of this color because it actually does show up. So I like this quite a bit. And then I got one lip gloss from the collection, and of course it's kind of like the peachy nude color. And I just think that this color is really pretty. Normally I try to stay away from the MAC lip glosses because they're so sticky and I really can't stand the feeling, but once in a while if they have got a great color, I really cannot resist. This color looks really great on its own and also over a lipstick. It goes nicely over that Maybelline Nude Nuances. It's a very similar color actually. So I like this quite a bit. If you can still find this, I would definitely pick it up. So the next couple things I'm going to talk to you guys about are a little bit more miscellaneous, just random things that I picked up here and there. So the first thing is this Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the color Blushing Bride. Now I've talked about these before and I wasn't really a fan. I wasn't crazy about it, and I think the reason why is because I didn't have a color that I absolutely loved. Now normally I would have thought that this was way too dark for me, and also it's got some shimmer to it, which I'm not a fan of because my skin can be a little bit dry in this area, and to add a shimmery blush, it really just highlights that and makes it look terrible. But this doesn't come off too shimmery. A lot of the shimmer kind of falls off, and the color is absolutely beautiful. I could see this looking good on so many different skin tones. Normally I'm into the very doll-like colors, but this is really beautiful. I love this blush so much and I highly recommend it. Definitely not a color I would have thought to try, but I'm glad that I did. I also got a Hard Candy Baked Eyeshadow Duo from Walmart. Now, Hard Candy is a brand that used to be sold at Sephora. I don't know why I said Sephora. But I'm not sure exactly what happened, but now it's only sold at Walmart, and it's definitely a different line. It's not as high-end as it used to be, but they have some really fun products, and I've always wanted to try one of their eyeshadow duos. This one is in the color High Maintenance, and I actually do like this. I'm not crazy for it, but I still think it's pretty good. I've worn it in a bunch of YouTube videos. Again, I'll try and link it in the info box for you so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. And I get a lot of compliments when I wear it. It's really easy. I usually use the lighter color all over the lid and a little bit in the highlight, and then just use a darker color in the crease. So it's a nice eyeshadow to have where it's easy. You don't have to think too much about where you're going to put everything. They're not too expensive. They're $7. The pigmentation on them is decent. It's not crazy out of control, but I'm sure you can use them wet. I don't normally use eyeshadows wet, but usually with baked items you can. But I think this is not too bad. It's $7, so it's not super cheap, but I still really like it, and I'm glad that I got it. Now moving on, I've got a couple of eyeliners that I tried that I really like. So this is the Divine Line eyeliner from Coastal Scents, and I really like this. I normally like Coastal Scents gel liners because they are like the blackest gel liners that I've ever tried, and this is a newer one, and I think this one's going to be a lot better because of the container. I used to like their original gel liners, and I know a lot of people complain because it's really hit or miss with those. A lot of times it can either be dried out or it can be perfect. I've never had one that was dried out in black, but I have had other colors that it's been dried out and crumbly. This is a different container. This is a plastic container, and these are all newer, so I think that you may have a better chance with it. It's not as liquidy or creamy as their original gel liner. It's a little bit tougher, but I still really like it, and it's still the blackest gel liner that I have. And the thing that's nice about this, number one, they're not overly expensive. I think they're like 10 bucks, but it also comes with a built-in brush, which the brush is actually really good. Now of course you're gonna have to wash this off every time you use it, but I still think this is a really convenient thing. I really like the eyeliner brush actually. And again, it's really dark. I like this a lot, and I definitely recommend that. It comes in a bunch of other colors too, but I only have the black, which is fine because I pretty much only use black liner. But now to contradict myself about the liner, I picked up this bright blue liner from Sephora. I've been on a quest for cobalt blue stuff for a very long time. If you remember, I got the Stila Smudge Pot and did not like it. It didn't really work well as a liner for me, but this one is absolutely amazing. The pigmentation is really nice. You only have to go over it once, and it's super bright blue. It's exactly what I wanted. This was only $10 or $11 at Sephora. It's their brand, which I've never had any of the Sephora brand stuff, and I really, really like it. I did also pick up the gel liner or the cream shadow or whatever it is in the pot that's the same color, and I did not like that one as much for a liner because it was a little bit streakier, a little bit more translucent, but the liquid liner I totally am obsessed with and recommend very, very highly. Probably one of the most highly suggested items that I'm going to show you today. I absolutely love this. So if you're looking for a cobalt blue liner, this is absolutely perfect. And then all I have left, I think, are nail polishes. So I had Instagrammed a picture of some holographic nail polishes that I was obsessed with. These are the Hologram Effect nail polish from Layla, which I've never heard of this brand before, but I bought these from Ulta actually a little while ago, and I absolutely love them. So the color that I had shown on Instagram was this 01 Mercury Twilight, which is a silver traditional holographic nail polish. By far the best holographic nail polish I've ever tried in my entire life. I actually almost returned these because when you first put it on before it dries, it looks really bad. It looks clumpy, not necessarily clumpy like thick, but just it separates funny, and it doesn't look holographic till it dries, which was weird to me. I had the Milani 3D holographic ones, and I thought that those were really good until I tried these and I put them next to each other, and one pretty much just looked like a glitter nail polish compared to this one. Oh, these are really, really good. I do have two other colors. This is Ultraviolet and Ocean Rush. I can really only recommend the silver one though because it gives the best holographic effect, and I think it just looks the coolest. The other two don't look as great. I'm thinking about buying a backup of the silver one. It's amazing. One of my most favorite nail polishes ever right now. I think it's really cool. I always love holographic nail polishes, and this is a permanent line, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, running out or anything like that, because I think China Glaze had one that I had wanted to get my hands on before, but I kind of was late to the party on that and didn't end up getting it. But really, really like these. The only downfall is that they are expensive. They're $15.50, which is a lot for a nail polish, and also it chips really easy. I tried putting a top coat over it, and I feel like it kind of ruined the effect or dulled the effect a little bit. So I was wearing it without a top coat, and by the third day, 5 of my nails had chipped, which my nails almost never chip. So keep that in mind. Another thing that's nice about this polish though is that you can put tons of layers on without it getting super bulky. For some reason, the more you layer it on, it's exactly the same to a certain point. The more layers you put, the more of the holographic effect you're going to get on here. I would say to have a really solid holographic effect, you want to put like 3 to 5 coats on, but it's not going to get thick, so you don't really have to worry about it. Just, you know, keep putting it on, and, you know, the more glitter that's laying over it, it's going to look better. Also, another thing, even though this is kind of a glitter nail polish, super easy to get off. All you have to do is just use regular nail polish remover, and when it wipes off and you look at the cotton pad, it actually just looks like you used silver nail polish. You can't even see any of the glitter on it. So it comes off really easy, and the effect is great. I definitely think these are worth the money. I absolutely love, 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 love them. So I've got a couple more nail polishes that I want to show you guys. The first are the Sally Hansen Salon Effects in Crowd Surfer. Now I know I've talked about these before, but I wanted to show you this particular one because I posted a picture on Instagram, and a lot of people were asking me how I got my glitter gradient because it was like perfect looking. And I had told everyone that they are the Sally Hansen Salon Effects. I actually didn't do them, which is why they're so perfect looking. But I love these so much, and it's nice to find these in a glitter gradient because glitter gradients can be not difficult to do, but kind of a pain in the butt because your nails get so thick with putting all of the different layers of glitter on here. These ones are already done for you, so when you put them on, they're just flat and nice, and then they're a lot easier to get off as well. So I really, really like these. These are limited edition, which is why I wanted to mention them to you. I'll try to insert a picture here. If not, I'll just link the Instagram picture in the info box below. But I really like these. They're limited edition from the Avril Lavigne collection. I can still find these all the time at Target and Rite Aid, so you should be able to find them, but I wanted to mention them in this video because I had so many questions on them. Now, a lot of people were asking me how I put them on. There's a million videos on YouTube on how to put them on. If you're interested in seeing how I do it personally, I may do that video, but I was kind of reluctant to do that video because there are so many other videos out there showing how to put them on, and they're pretty easy. So let me know if you want to see that. If not, we'll just kind of leave it at that. And then the last two polishes are from OPI, and these are from the New York Ballet collection that they have out. Originally, I was going to pass on this collection because they are all sheer nail polishes except for the one glitter polish, and I just kind of felt like, why do I want to spend money on a sheer polish, especially since sheer polishes are pretty notorious for being difficult to work with. But I had seen this particular color on one of Kellel's videos on her nude channel, and she was talking about how much she loved this color and that it makes her nails look perfect. So I wanted to try it, and I have to agree, I absolutely love this. This is like my new wedding color that, you know, I would want to wear. It's so beautiful, and it's a lot more natural looking than the Completely in Love, and much easier to work with actually. So although this is a sheer polish, it goes on so beautifully. All you really need is 2 coats. You can add more if you want to. I have worn this before and posted it on Instagram, but I put a lot of coats on that one. But really, really beautiful. You can definitely stop at 2 coats if you like. And I don't know how it does it, but the way the formula is, when you put it on, it kind of shears out and becomes totally even coating your nails. So I think that's pretty amazing. I used to really like to try to use OPI Coney Island Cotton Candy and OPI Bubble Bath, but I always had a difficult time working with those, with keeping it even amongst all the nails and just making it look nice. This is not like that. I don't know what's different about this one, but it's so beautiful and it goes on absolutely perfect. It's so clean looking, very classically pretty. I love this and definitely recommend it. I wanted to mention this to you because they are limited editions, so pick it up if you have the opportunity to. And then they also have a, oh, the color, I don't think I told you the color. It's called You Calling Me a Liar. So there's that. And then they also have a glitter polish like I had mentioned, and this is called Pirouette My Whistle. And originally I wasn't going to pick this up because I felt like I don't need another glitter top coat, but I had gotten one of the mini ones and I tried it over You Calling Me a Liar, and it was so nice. I loved it. And I wanted to go out and pick up the full size. So the thing that's a little bit different about this is that not only does it have the small glitter in it, but the larger particle glitter has sort of a matte finish, which is different, and it stacks really beautifully over itself. It gives a really nice dimension, and it's just a really cool polish. I have also Instagrammed a picture of this as well on my nails, so feel free to check that out. I really, really like both of those and highly recommend them. So that's it for all of the products that I tried this month that I really like. Now I'm going to move on to the 2 products that I didn't really care for this month. And the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is this Covergirl eyeliner. Now, this is probably one of the worst felt tip liners that I've ever tried. I've never tried one of the ones that are this shape. I know Milani has one that's very similar, and I have not tried that one, but this was just not a good match for me. I wanted to try this because it's supposed to be super long wearing. It's part of that 24-hour long lasting line that they have right now. They have the Covergirl Lash Blast that's not waterproof but very, very water resistant and supposed to last 24 hours. And I have heard that that really does last a long time, so I thought I would have a good luck with the eyeliner. Now, this is not that cheap. It was $8.99, but I had buy one, get one 50% off, so I wanted to give it a go, and I thought if the mascara was that good, that the liner would probably be as well. Now, initially when you try it out, it seems like it's going to be pretty good. It seems decently dark, and after it dries on your hand, it does not smudge. Although it didn't smudge and it seemed okay on my hand, it was very different on my eye. I couldn't get a very opaque line. It was very translucent. When you use it to apply your eyeliner and you let it dry, it's not buildable at all, because then when you go back over it, due to the way the felt is on the tip of this, it wipes away your first line, so you really, you don't get anywhere with it. So I don't like that. And also the tip picks up a lot of your eyeshadow, so it dries it out a little bit, and then of course to get more in there you gotta close it, then shake it up again, and you really just can't build with it. So I don't like this at all. It also transfers on me, which I never have eyeliner transfer because I don't have oily lids or anything like that. You guys know I don't even use a primer on my eyelids, and this, I just had terrible, terrible luck with it. So I can't imagine what it would be like on someone that actually does have oily lids. Let me know if you've had better luck with this than me, but I don't know, it was not a very good liner for me. So I do not recommend that. I do not like that product. It's probably my least favorite product in a really long time. Now the last product I want to talk to you guys about is the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain. And I don't hate this product, but I don't particularly love it. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on it. Some people really like them, others don't, but I find that the people that don't like them generally are just kind of caught up on the fact that it's not really a stain. I'm not sure why they called it a balm stain because I don't really notice any staining properties. It's definitely not a traditional lip stain, so don't expect that. A lot of people are comparing these to the Clinique Chubby Sticks or the Tarte Lip Surgeons. Now I don't have any of the Clinique Chubby Sticks, but I do have a bunch of these Tarte Lip Surgeons, and I have to say that I do like the Revlon one better, and it is a lot cheaper. Now I don't find these to be particularly cheap overall. I think I paid $8.99 for these. I had two other colors, but I had to return them because they just looked awful on me. This color I do actually like though. This is Darling and this is the purple one. It's a really nice color. Again, it doesn't stain your lips this color or anything like that. It barely stains the lips at all, but I like it. I wouldn't repurchase it though. I'm not crazy about it like that. I basically wanted to try it because the colors look really pretty and I want to try it out for you guys as well. I do like them better than the Tarte, which is good because they're a lot cheaper, but also the formula I think is a lot nicer. The only thing that I like about the Tarte a little bit better, I like the flavor of it or the scent of it better. It's more of a minty scent, and they're both minty, but this one is kind of more like spearmint gum to me. So I don't like that one quite as much, but there are a lot of other factors that I like over the Tarte for the Revlon one. They're pretty much set up the same way packaging wise. It's nice that you don't have to sharpen them, they twist up on their own, and you know, just it's kind of hit or miss. The thing I don't like about the Tarte the most is that no matter what color I get, they all stain my lips bright red, which to me it's kind of like, why have all these different colors if they're all going to stain your lips the same color? If I wanted my lips to be stained bright red, I wouldn't be buying the light peachy pink one. So I don't really like the Tarte for that reason. Also, they're very expensive, and the formula to me isn't ultra moisturizing. It feels like it would be really moisturizing, but I noticed that that moisture really just sits on top, and at the end of the day it ends up kind of drying out my lips a little bit more than moisturizing it. So I don't like the Tarte ones. The Revlon one seems a little bit more moisturizing to me, but again, it still sits on top. I like that this doesn't strip the moisture out of my lips the way the Tarte one does for me. I don't know, I could just be having a reaction to the Tarte one. I heard a lot of times if people have reactions to lip stuff, it'll dry their lips out. So that could be an issue for me. But again, I don't really find that these stain. A lot of the colors look really bad on me. Like I had the light peachy one and it just looked terrible. I don't know why, but just didn't go on that nicely. I like this color, not crazy about it. I think they're expensive. Definitely something worth trying out. If you're going to try them out and you're not sure if you're going to like them, I would go to a place that has a really great return policy like CVS, where you can use a cosmetic item and if you don't like it, you can return it and get your money back. Now for those of you that may be concerned, when you return a used item, it does not go back on the shelf. It actually gets returned to the manufacturer. So those of you that were curious about that, that's what happens to it. I don't know, I don't think they're terrible, I don't go crazy for them. I think a lot of it has to do with the colors that you choose. So anyway, if you're a similar skin tone to me or you have darker lips, I think that the purple one is nice and it doesn't make you look like you're freezing, so I like that. But overall, I'm not crazy about this product. So that's it for everything that I wanted to show you guys. I should have my June hits and misses up relatively soon. I would say maybe first week of July. Probably maybe like July 1st or something like that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry it's kind of like choppy, but this memory card is a lot smaller than the other one, or it has less space left on it, so it gets filled and then I have to empty something out and then sit down and start filming again, and my battery died too, so just all kinds of issues today. And that's pretty much it. So I will talk to you guys later. Oh, and about the giveaways, a lot of them are still open. I'm not going to be announcing the winners until after all of them have been closed and all of the winners are chosen. So it would just be too much to do a separate video for each one. It would be probably pretty annoying for you guys as well. So just going to announce it all at once, and that's pretty much it. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.